My wife Brooke and I just celebrated 13 years of marriage, and I can honestly say these 13 years have been amazing. I mean, they've been wonderful. It's been awesome. I'm so much more in love with her today than I was even the day we got married, and it's been amazing. Yet, marriage has not always been easy. I mean, anytime you're in a relationship with anybody, it's not always going to be perfect. There's going to be times where it's difficult. There's going to be times when it's stressful because there's people involved. You know, with my wife and I, we both have strong opinions, and we don't always agree. And that's okay. We're not always going to agree on things, but it's in those times of disagreement where we get the opportunity to employ some tactics to stay in unison, to stay in harmony in those moments. You know, sometimes we get talking about something. When I say talking, I mean arguing. We get arguing about something where we have a different thought, a different idea, a different opinion, and then in the heat of the moment, we can say something that we shouldn't have said. I can't even count on my fingers and toes the amount of times I've said something that I wish right in the moment I could have taken back because I knew it was wrong. You know, and one of the keys to healthy relationships is to be quick to say I'm sorry, to be quick to ask for forgiveness. Paul writes in Romans chapter 12, verse 18, he says, if it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. What Paul's saying is sometimes it's not going to be possible, but if it is possible, as far as it depends on you, to do whatever you possibly can do to live at peace and to be in harmony with those that you live with, that you work with, that you're around. So one of the keys to healthy relationships is to be quick to say I'm sorry, to be quick to ask forgiveness. You know, another key, number 2, is to be quick to forgive the person who has offended you. You know, there are times when my wife had said something or done something that it frustrated me. It got under my skin a little bit, you know, and if I just sit on it for days, it doesn't get better over time. The more that I think about it, it actually gets worse. I find myself getting more frustrated the more that I think about it and kind of mull it over internally. So I need to be quick to say I'm sorry, quick to ask forgiveness. And number 2, quick to forgive. You know, Jesus in Matthew chapter 5, he says, hey, if you're presenting a sacrifice of worship, if you're worshiping God and you realize that someone else has something against you, go to them in that moment and ask for forgiveness. Make it right, be reconciled, because God wants us to have healthy relationships. God wants us to live in harmony with other people because we're so much better together than we could ever be apart. So be quick to say I'm sorry. Be quick to forgive the person who has offended you. And then the third one, be quick to forgive yourself. You know, I find myself often, I'm so frustrated. I'm so angry at myself for something I said, for something I did, and I'm just mad that I allowed the moment or the stress or the heat of the moment to get to me, and I'm frustrated, and I haven't even forgiven myself. You know, in the Bible it says that God is faithful and just to forgive us. Anytime that we ask for forgiveness, He is faithful and just to forgive us. So if we go before God, we ask Him for forgiveness and He forgives us, yet we won't forgive ourselves, in a weird kind of way, we're elevating ourselves above God. So we need to be quick to say I'm sorry, quick to forgive the person who's offended us, but also quick to forgive ourselves and not beat ourselves up too much when we make that mistake, so we can get back out there and have a healthy, harmonious, awesome relationship. So hope this helps. You know, it helps each one of us to have a healthy, vibrant, thriving marriage and relationships. All right, we'll see you later.